It's recording.
Okay. So Wireshark is the second of third in the networking section. Wireshark can be installed on any operating system. They've made it pretty versatile, where it basically works on anything and everything. You can click on this download, and you see the latest versions. You can get the source code if you'd like, but it works on pretty much any operating system and works right out of the box. So one of the big things that we do with Wireshark is analysis of packets to see either what has happened or any troubleshooting problems, network forensics, all that kind of stuff. We can really dig in with Wireshark. So the first file is provided right here, the FTP login. I'm going to open it and show you what it looks like. Oops, here we go. The big three things that stick out from Wireshark is the packet list pane that shows all the packets in various colors depending on the information, the protocol type, what is happening, the packet details, where it has everything broken down by the OSI model, and then has the packet bytes, where you see everything broken down into small pieces. Our first challenge after seeing this is finding an FTP password. Since FTP is a clear text protocol, Wireshark is able to pick it up and be able to read it and display it to us since there's no encryption involved. So what we need to do first is, instead of just scrolling up and down all this until we find something, we'll apply filters up here where it says apply a display filter and start sorting through the information. In our case, since we're looking for an FTP password, we'll type the protocol FTP and hit enter. You know when you type a display filter correct because the bar turns green. If something is missing, it'll go red. So by doing that, we filter only for any packets with the FTP protocol. Our first challenge, as provided on Sam's website, 420.1, is to find John's password, which is covered in a green rectangle. So you could compare the picture that Sam has on the site and what you get on Wireshark after filtering for FTP to see if you can find the flag. And there's the picture that you can use to compare. Again, you look at the two, you apply the filter, you should be able to easily see it because traffic is unencrypted. Wireshark is not able to read encrypted traffic unless it has the key. But anything that's unencrypted, it's a piece of cake. Our second file for 420.2 is to find an HTTP password. Again, another protocol that is insecure and easily readable by Wireshark. Once again, we can apply a filter to take all of the noise out of the way and solely focus on what we're looking for, which is HTTP. And just like that, we narrow our search down from 92 packets to just 10. What we're looking for is a post request. So you see here is a GET request for the page login.htm at the site. You see that the server responds in packet 22, and you can see the conversation going in and out by seeing these arrows on the left. You see that this communication came from the client out to the server, and the server now responds back. So these two packets are connected together. 24 and 25, these two packets are connected together, as you see the arrows joining the conversation. So this in this packet, we have the get for login.htm. We see the OK that comes back. What we're looking for is what password worked. Because in the example provided, let me move this up to see the information. We see that that this user, Isaac, submitted a password named Flapper, and the response that came back in packet 51 was login denied. So this is not the right password. So the question brought to you is, what was the right password? You could go back and forth between the packets and seeing them, or you could also right-click and follow the TCP stream. Here, you see the packets, but now they are put together, the entire conversation. Anything sent by the client will be in red. Anything that responds back from the server will be in blue. You can follow these various conversations. So if you wanted to see the conversation between packets 20 and 22, you could right click on any one of those and follow the stream. And you'll see that conversation. You'll do that until you find what the password was. So the question on that is 420.2. Isaac made several attempts, so you'll find a number of login denieds, but there is one that worked. And you'll know it worked because the request that came back, the HTTP 200 OK that is tied with it, will not say login denied. A 420.3 is basic HTTP authentication. So we'll need this file for that. In this trace file, we have a password that's been obfuscated with base 64, which isn't necessarily better than just going clear text, because it's Wireshark can decode base 64, or you could use a tool like CyberChef to do it. It's pretty easy and intuitive. Again, the goal first is to find a user named Waldo and find their password. So once again, you could filter by HTTP, because we're talking about HTTP traffic, and that brings down from 51 packets to just 6. So your search could be made much easier. And you'll be looking within the layer 7 information to find Waldo's username and password. You'll know you're in the right track because you'll see Waldo, and you'll see what looks like a base 64 encrypted text. But like I said, Wireshark already has the capability to decode that and give you in clear text what Waldo's password is. If you have any questions on these, please feel free to put them in the chat.
All right, so shall I stop the recording?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll put this one up. Thank you.